Says the Rabbeinu Avram, what about complete things that are completely extra? A person should not even try and want and ask for things that are not necessary, that are completely not necessary. Vim hisik, yistapek b'vlo yitztarech l'shar dvarim ki gam Yankele for amim b'zmamen azmanim in the sibas miuchodas she yitztarech plonish panesosim mekbeles l'dapes pitu ebasa in chav l'shtam shvina b'sar miuchod ma'askar ma'atam yad HaMelech. Even if a person sometimes gets that extra, HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends him wealth. HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends him the ability to go the extra mile. Says the Rabbeinu Avram, it's not necessary to go beyond. Meaning to say, let's say a person has the ability to buy that extra nice car. When Abraham says the Baal Bitachon doesn't do that. Even if HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave you that extra money, and the Rabbeinu Avram is going to show us why, because the Rabbeinu Avram is going to show us that the extra wealth was not given to the person so that he can have extra benefits in life. It was not given to the person so that he can have extra moistures. It was given to the person in order to do certain things. Says the Rabbeinu Avram, even if a person has the ability to buy extra meat, still should not buy the meats that are served in the king's palace. Let's say a person, I'm cold, and Baruch Hashem, Hashem gave me the money to buy a nice coat for the winter. Fine, buy a good coat, but don't go the extra mile to buy something extremely expensive. Don't go the extra mile if a person has to travel and Hashem provided him the money to travel. Don't go the extra mile to buy the most expensive car you could, or to buy the most expensive coat, or to wear the most expensive thing, or to buy your wife and kids the most expensive jewelry. If Hashem gave you the money to go a little bit more moisturous, that's fine, but don't go further. When let's say a person has to get a servant, has to have a cleaning lady, it's fine, says Rabbeinu Avram, but still try to keep it as close as necessary as possible. If a person can manage with 2 servants, and even though you have the money for 5, stick to 2. Don't go further. Why, says the Rabbeinu Avram? When a person adds things that are absolutely not necessary, and then he starts thinking that this is what I really need. As Shlomo HaMelech says, what's going to happen is he'll start thinking, you know what, I need these things, and he'll start spending all his money on these extra moises in order to have these 5 servants, in order to have the lease on the most expensive car. And what's going to happen is the guy is going to lose his bitachon, because at some point he's not going to have the money to be able to buy all these things, and he's going to wonder, what's happening here? I need 5 servants, I need the most expensive car, why is my bitachon not working? Says the Rabbeinu Avram, it's clear that everything, and we see here this repeated theme by the Rabbeinu Avram, that all he wants us to do is to live a life that pushes us towards bitachon and not chas v'shalom away from bitachon. And the Rabbeinu Avram is telling us that a person who has wealth, who has extra money, if he's going to use his wealth to buy extras that are absolutely not necessary, or to live a life that is absolutely not necessary, what's going to happen is it's going to lead him away from bitachon. Says Rabbeinu Avram, you might say, wait a second. The pasuk says in Tehillim, David HaMelech says, so we see that maybe there's such an idea that a person can live a life of mishalis lebecha, whatever you want. So Rabbeinu Avram brings an arichas here, pasuk by pasuk, showing us that of course that's not what mishalis lebecha is referring to. Mishalis lebecha is not a person saying, I want to live with more taivas. Mishalis lebecha is what David HaMelech is referring to. Achas sha'alti me'esa Hashem oiseh avakesh, that with bitachon a person can reach the highest level of ruchnias, and with bitachon a person can ask and hope and rely on HaKadosh Baruch Hu that He'll help him get through higher levels of ruchnias. Have a wonderful day.